Alright, Vishal says they are ready, so I'm going to start the timer, and we can kick the second show off.
Good. It off. Oh,
We pick two at a time. It's just encounter.
Punishable.
Alright, let's see what we're going to have coming out. We are ready to finally get live and get some tanking action for you guys. Ooh, I get to go down punish this time around. Yay!
Now, do we know who's calling for punish tonight?
Last time I was looking, it's one of three people. Or it's three people.
Maybe Metallica.
It's all three.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Storm, it could be Metallica, it could be Elite, it could be Legit. I mean,
well, Legit's already said he's not going to call tonight, so Legit's already, said there's no way I'm calling tonight.
Right. I mean, this is I'm gonna be completely honest. This is the first time I've seen Punish roll out without MVG, Dis, me, sample,
yeah,
calling or as incapacity there as a secondary caller. So this is like legitimate Punish coming out like for the first time on their own.
It's like a virgin team,
right?
Well, there's plenty of capable people on that team, so we'll see who steps up tonight.
One minute left on the timer.
Definitely, Punish has more mobility up right now, but there's DECOY putting up a couple bat chats too. Gotta be able to get vision on this map. Very important.
All right.
Tank line up looks very suspicious, like I've seen it before on this map.
Right. All right, coming out over on the Punish side of the world, Dexter and the Patton, Legit coming out in that Chisel. Boss and the Leo. Storm, Elite, both in bat chats, Waggles, Metallica, IS-7, Spammer, and the Kronvon. Over to you, Dis.
Like Tails is back.
I've already went. If you want to run through DECOY once we get launched in there.
Sure. I'll go through DECOY. Yeah. We have Sean in the LT double bat chats by Zoom and iKarma, and I'll grab the other ones right when the screen pops up.
It'll be interesting seeing some encounter go on. We've been seeing just.
Yeah, I know.
NBA.
So let me just finish up there on DECOY there. We have Zoom and iKarma in the bat chats, Tanker and Jewish Monarch in the IS-7s, Lord of Mowers and Cures in Super Conquerors, and Gus in...
This disc keep breaking.
Disc keeps breaking. And her Gus in the 5A.
Overwatch of the cap.
Welcome back, Dis.
Looks like we might even see some cap pressure.
Got you back in there. Cap pressure.
Yeah, we're going to see some early cap pressure by Punish.
Ooh, Elite getting smacked already. 500 shot. Where did that come from? IS-7? Nice hit.
Yeah.
Storm getting lit up.
So the Batchats on Decoy are now rolling up the hill. That's going to be critical to getting resets. IS-7. The problem for Decoy right now is their tanks are very, very split. And where Legit and Dexter are in that Chisel and Patton, they can punish.
We keep losing this. Chaos, could
Well,
you
you
talk
keep
to
losing
this?
this.
Yep. Can you just talk to him in
Minute.
Discord? There we go.
Yeah.
The Decoy has to start looking to make a play here. We're under a minute. The IS-7s are in good positions, and finally now the rest of their tanks are coming in. The Super Conks 5A are now moving over. Oh, there's a shot. There's a nice reset right there.
Gigs up.
Elite probably needs to get out of there.
Yep, Elite definitely needs to roll out of there.
Storm is undetected, so Stormtrooper is doing a very good job sitting in the bush. But the rest of Punish needs to put some hurt on those IS-7s and Batchats.
Interesting call, pulling up IS-7s no longer on the back line. Bishaw's going to go ahead and...
No, you don't need them. There's just the light tank down there. So I think they did that to kind of reinforce the tracks and try to keep the cap pressure going.
That's
This
brilliant.
LT is going to be in a great position to not only light up Storm, it's going to really depend if the boss up there in the Leopard 1 can detect the LT. Either one of them detect each other. And now the LT is starting to put some rear shots in on those IS-7s.
He is full detected, and no one's looking that way.
Boss isn't even looking at him.
That
Boss isn't
Kronvon,
looking at Bishop at all.
or Leopard should be suppressing the LT right now. LT's farming for free.
Yep. Great. Vishaw just sitting there rocking his life away, definitely pegging down
Doing a
Waggles.
great job. Yeah, just chipping away. This Kronvon needs to, there's a shot. That's what you needed to do, is push that LT back down.
Monarch's trying to get in there oh so slowly. Try to get up into the base. He's full health. He's going to do it. Yep, he's going to get on the backside here, and this is going to cancel out the cap.
Yeah, so now Storm's going to have to boogie, or he's going to get melted.
Decoy now trying to... Light tank takes out the IS-7. Leo up top, just not paying attention on that one. Dropped the ball.
Kronvon's reloaded. It'll be a dangerous tank. If it can get that clip off, it could definitely take out one of those IS-7s.
Dexter trying desperately to try to keep the cap pressure now off at bay, because the cap pressure is now applied onto Punished. So now they have to go on the defense.
Yeah,
They're getting a
Punished
good
is in
reset.
place right now to
And the light tank
reset.
takes
The
out
problem is
the other IS-7.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
the
they
Leo's
lost those
still not
tracks.
looking that way.
Yeah, good. Yeah, they've lost the track. Use the buildings, and they're not even lit. One of them gets lit. Kronvon's down to a one shot.
Hey, Des, just warning you, you've been disconnecting, so we don't... You're cutting in and out really, really bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I messaged him on Discord as you requested. So,
Light tank now crossing over. Leo finally looking at him, but it's too late now.
Bulls have turned on Punish with Decoy now applying good cap pressure, having it down to about 40 seconds. They have 3 tanks on the cap. Rest of their tanks are putting a lot of pressure on the Leopard. The Leopard goes down by Boss. And now really all that's left are those 2 tanks up top with Dexter and Elite in the Patton and Batchat. And there's not a whole lot they can do at this point.
Dexter's been putting in some work like a madman. Keep getting resets.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in that type of scenario, it looks like with that, you have to have focus fire of all your tanks, and having that light tank just sit there and kill 2 of your IS-7s unopposed, that started the trickle effect. So, we know what happened on that one. Great job to Decoy. Vishaw definitely has a good game coming out tonight. Go ahead. You want to do damage?
Sure, absolutely. Taking a look over at the Punish side, looking at the notables, Boss in the Leopard put it up about 1,400 in damage. Not too bad there. Legit in the Chisel had really one of the top scores for the Punish side, putting in almost 2,800 in damage. So pretty darn good game there. Premium Spammer in the Kronvon, putting up almost 2K. And then finally Dexter, as you pointed out, putting up 2,800, blocking almost 2,700. So blocking about as much as he put out. He had a hell of a game in that Patton. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. Only other thing to mention there was Metallica in his IS-7 did block over 2K, but the damage was lacking on both those IS-7s. Flipping over to the Decoy side, monster game up there at the top, losing his tank, but putting in the most damage was iKarma, 4K in the Batchat, pinning 12 shots. It was a monster game and taking down 2 tanks. Scooting on down the 5A run there by Gus, putting in 1,900 in damage and 3 kills. Really good game. Both of the Supercocks did very well. Cures did over 3K damage in his. And the light tank, as we pointed out, Bashan in the LT, 2 kills and almost 3,600 in damage, farming most of that off of Punish's IS-7. So GG's.
Yep. Right off the rear. That sucks. That was a great one. This shot, we knew he was going to have a great game. Great job. Be able to get back behind them. Decoy did a great job. Just played patiently. Very patiently.
I've got both teams rotated, ready to go. Just waiting to hear from confirm that both teams are ready to go, and we'll drop the timer.
Yeah, I would just
make sure they're not having any comms issues that could be affecting either one of them.
some good positions, which allowed them to get the rest of their tanks, especially those Super Conquerors, over to the tracks. For a minute, Punish was set up in a really good position to overmatch either the Batchats or the IS-7s, but that didn't happen.
Mm-mm. Well, we'll see what's going to happen here. We're going to flip sides. Decoy this time going to be on the north, Punished on the south. We'll see what they're going to be doing this time around. It may transfer over to Discord. I don't know how much. We keep losing from you, Dis.
Yeah. Well, not my party. I'm not going to be responsible for it.
Well, if you'd like to start a party and see if Microsoft likes you and we come to your party, you know, then we can see what's going on.
I think everybody's just having issues.
All right, Vishal says 1 minute, please. So apparently they're having some issues. So
Thank you for everybody who's tuned in this evening. Welcome to the Decoy Punished
Absolutely.
match. Have a good night there, Lone.
Alright, Vishal's ready, so the timer is a go.
Hey, Cass, pull the mic away just a little bit. We can hear you breathing.
I can't get any further away, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's Big Slice coming in there with the bat chat. Coming in with Karma.
Oh, I see Big Slice has joined on Decoy.
Well,
Oh, for a second
he
there.
did momentarily.
What up, Diz?
Hey, Draco, I need you to bow. Tell me we're in the middle of WNF. There we go.
All right.
Fixed.
We have about 90 seconds remaining in the timer here. So tanks going up there. It looks like Decoy has about half of their tanks put up.
Here we go. So you got Zoom, iKarma, both in bad chats, Jewish Monarch in the IS-7, Lord of Mowers, Cures in the Super Conch, MJ Tanker joins in the IS-7.
Pretty meta lineups so far from both teams. But Punish is filling out the rest of theirs.
One more
We're down to
tank on the
30
right.
seconds.
T100 from Bishaw again, waiting for her. For Gus. I don't know how they like to go by their gamer tag. There we go. 5A.
There we go. And over on the Punish side, we have Elite in the LT. We got triple bat chats by Legit, Marshall, Warhawk, double IS-7s by Metallica and Vader, and then double machines by Storm and Waggles. Ready to go to battle.
Like Gino
Yep, let's go.
had a Skoda up there for a momentarily. I just had to swap out really fast. I'll get him another invite up in the.
All right, let's see what the teams have in store this time. So from the north is, I think, where you really have creative options. One, you can kind of control that 7-0 line, or you can play the field. Some teams actually run a split, but that's a dangerous proposition given that your forces are not easily regrouped quickly on this map. And sure enough, Decoy is going to run a bit of a spread here. Super Conks and the 5A are going to stay out here on the 1-2 with the light tank looking for spots. However, Punish, true to form in their last match, they're going to take everything under the bridge, and they're pushing straight up the rail lines on the 7-6 line. Like they're going to put all 3 bat chats on the hill for Overwatch.
Decoy has a pair of IS-7s and MJ Jewish out here on the 6th line. They got Zoom up there at that
Sean, though,
A0, so they got some vision going this way too. So
Elite did a very nice job down here on the K line.
yeah, Punish ain't gonna get farmed in the butt again for 3K. Not from a light tank at this point in time. Those guys definitely wanted to make sure that that does not happen. We've lost this again on comms.
Everyone has gotten their tanks in positions
back
that they
this.
want. This really comes down to
Elite. Oh,
Elite got downed out. Oh no!
and he fell off and fell into a crater.
That is devastating.
Now the light tank.
Lost vision on the backside. Good rotation here by Punish. Sending Legit down, realizing that they lost vision. Get the bat chat down there, get some eyes up, see if you can spot. Yeah, and good spots there by Legit. Legit picks up iKarma and Vishan. Hopefully with the use of Marshall up there, they can throw some shots and keep them at bay.
Look at see what Decoy is doing up over here. Patience. Super Conks are just working it. You know, they're taking their time. Looks like. Yep,
You got a good ridge line there.
they're
Perfect
focusing
ridge
out
line for
Legit.
them. Yeah. They can peek enough to see all the way down the tracks. If you sit right behind those Conquerors with your camera angle, you can see that they can see all the way down to where those tanks are, all the way at the end of the rail tracks.
Right.
So they don't even need to shoot at the where Vader is and Metallica is in the IS-7. They can just chip apart those tanks.
There goes Vishaw right
sitting
now.
down
He's
there.
getting clipped. 1-2, 1-2. Can they finish it up? Nope. Light tank might get away. Yep. Waggles pulled into Storm shot, so Storm not able to finish up. Not a good clean exchange there. Back over to this side. Vader holding it down.
Yeah, IS-7s are doing what IS-7s do, but they have pulled everything off the hill now. A good counter would be to put both IS-7s and Decoy on the cap. Let's see if that's going to happen.
Looks like that's the line they're going to be taking. It's now Punish is stuck on the 7 line almost.
Yeah, because they can't get their tanks off the KJ line because of the super conks. If they push out on the field side, they'll get pulverized. If they get out from underneath the bridge, they'll get pulverized. Now the cap pressures is going on by Tanker in the IS-7.
This is going to force Punish to drive across in front of the Super Conks.
Mm-hmm. Notice that Vishan has done a full rotate with the light tank. Don't be surprised if he doesn't sneak on the cap too and really put
Right. Really cinch it down.
the pressure. Yeah, that's going to put the pressure on. Look at iKarma's spot there in the middle to spot up the bat chats on the hill. That was a very clever move, and he did not pay any price for doing that. Basically got away for free. I'm His decoy isn't putting more cap pressure on, but I guess they feel good with what they got there. Tinker is lit on the cap, but Punish doesn't have anything on the hill anymore. They're going to be in a world of hurt here. Now with Zoom in the bat chat and Vashon on the hill, both undetected, this is going to get really ugly for Punish here in a minute, because these tanks are going to have side shots on all of those IS-7s down there.
Right. This is a tough position here. I mean, let's remind you, Punished doesn't have any of its original callers right now, so these are all new callers that are going to be. I think they're doing quite well. I mean, this IS-7's held out for a long time. I'd like to see what Vader's block damage is.
Yeah. It's just tough. Once you lost the hill, it's hard to make those positions work anymore, because you can't protect their flanks. Here comes the full push by Decoy. Super Conks are up and over. Looks like they're trying to focus Vader right now. I guess they're focusing both of them. Metallica blocking a few shots there. Vader blocking a few more shots there. Metallica goes down. Vader's down to 41 hit points. He goes down. And then there's just one tank left with this Marshall in the bat chat. He sneaks out for Punish, tries to make it out into the field. Do not know how far he'll get. We do know that iKarma is on reload, and we know that Marshall is almost reloaded, but he's about to run into all the tanks from Decoy. And Decoy takes the second game on Prokhorovka, which was, I believe, Decoy's map pick. So to be fair to Punish, this is the map that I believe Decoy wanted. Looking at the damage spread, few notables over there on the Punish side. Metallica in his IS-7, putting up 1,600, blocking almost 3K. Super game blocking there once again by Metallica. Vader put up almost 2K in damage. Not as much blocking as you would have thought. So it was Metallica was the one who was really soaking up the damage there. Decoy, a nice balanced spread across the board. You have the 5A with Gus up top there, putting up about 1,200 in damage. iKarma had a fantastic game in that bat chat, putting up over 3K, picking off a kill. Zoom in the other bat chat, about 1,500 and a kill. The Lord of Mowers in the Super Conqueror, almost 2,500 and 3 kills, holding that line on the tracks during the mid-ridge. Pure is also in the Super Conqueror, about 2,600 in damage, blocking 1,300. Great game there. Vashon in the light tank didn't put up a lot of damage, but was sure pesty and annoying and made fantastic rotations during the entire match. And the IS-7s both doing pretty fair damage on the Decoy side. 1,900 for Tanker, MJ Tanker, and Monarch putting up just over 1K. I think we're going to Himmelsdorf next.
Nice. So Gus in that 5A was the damage blocker on that team where he did block 2440.
Wow.
5A.
And you are correct, Des. We are on headed to Himmelsdorf night now.
Alright. Just waiting for both teams to say they're good.
We are on Himmel's Night, so the encounter spawn is up on the castle. So it's up there on the 0 line. We're about EF0. So mostly you see a push to the top at both sides. And the occasional rear flank.
Hells, can I come live with you in the mountains?
Do what?
Yes, can I come live with you in the mountains? High altitude, I don't have any coughing. It's just crazy weather the Ohio River Valley's giving me. Nighttime coughing.
All right. We started the timer yet?
I'm still waiting from confirmation on Vishal. He's typed like 4 times and hasn't posted yet, so I don't know what he's saying.
Ready.
All right.
All right.
He's ready. Timer's launched. We're good to go.
See that? Open up the room.
Yeah, so.
Punish has its back up against the wall a little bit here. They're going to need to start trying to chip away at that decoy lead, or it's going to be all she wrote. Punish will be down in the south spawn, which does, I think, have the advantage if you want to make a rear side flank and try to farm
Most definitely.
the team climbing the hill from the B line. You're a little bit more protected on the K line just because of where that cathedral or church is that kind of peeks out along the 5-6 line. It really protects you nicely as you make your way up.
So what does Punish need to do to pull back and pull out of this 2-0 deficit and get back in the fight?
Well, I think last time they kind of just stalled. They went to positions and didn't do much. I think they need to keep moving, and I think if they can get some movement going in their push or their strat and have some confidence, that'll go a long ways for them.
Decoy coming out there.
Definitely.
Pair of
Yeah,
50 Bs coming from Zoom and Cures. Pair of
Yep.
IS7s from Jewish and MJ Tanker. Karma pulling out that bat chat. Go ahead, Dis. You want to run down Punished?
Yeah, I was just saying over on the Punish side, it's Autoloader City for sure with the double bat chats by Elite and Marshall, double Kronvons by Premium Spammer and Warhawk, one machine by Metallica, and then 350 Bs Legit Vader and Gino. That is an intriguing lineup to say the least. I would not want to get smacked in the face with all of that at once.
Vishal coming out with the 5A. Ten seconds. Time is up. 1
Launch it.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Yeah. I mean, that was, we gave him almost an extra 10 seconds as counting on the stream.
Yes, we did.
That sucks. I hate seeing teams go down.
But they
Playing with
call all the way to the wire and they don't have it ready. I mean, what do you do?
I hate it. I freaked out on the guys. I probably said this a few times. I don't like that. It makes me like almost panic. as a player, waiting to see
Yeah, we
everybody's
had
tanks
to
up.
stop putting the tanks up at the last 20 seconds to go because I don't think it was doing Hell's Heart any good.
No, his blood pressure was skyrocketing when that was
Yeah.
happening.
At least
I
Decoy
call
did
out
get
all the
7.
tanks.
I was worried. At least they got a 7th up.
Yeah. And Punish is choosing to, looks like Wolfpack all of their autoloaders together. I was wondering if they're going to go with a rear flank, thinking that they had a tank down on the Decoy side. Decoy is using its bat chat to move along the D line and hopefully get some intel along that 5 line. But you're not going to get the intel there. You need. Well, they
Oh,
got.
there we
they
go.
Picked up one.
He picked up all of them.
Oh, he picked them up. Oh, I see it. Yep.
But everything but the bad chats.
Everything but the bat chats.
That's a really good crew in that to grab that. That's nice. Good spotting.
With all the information, Decoy now.
You know everything.
Yep. So
Yeah.
they're gonna come down banana. They're gonna come up on a rear flank.
Exactly. Good move. Let's see if it pays off. That was. If this works for Decoy, it's because iKarma. Great intel. That's what you want out of your medium and light tankers. Because right now, Punish does not know where any of Decoy is right now.
Well, they're gonna know here in a few seconds.
Now, the one thing that they could do is jump on that cap and get that cap singing. Those bad chats, I was surprised they weren't doing that. What they need to do is but they don't have the intel to know to rotate their tanks around the backside.
Yep.
They're
They needed to
kind of
push their
looking
bad
like-
chats out farther. They didn't go far enough. They didn't go to the edge to at least see what the information is. So they don't know
Yeah.
that. Yep, Spammer. There you go. Spammer picked it up. So now you have a whole bunch of squishy tanks that have to turn around.
Oh, I'd like to see 3 tanks on the cap, not 2, right?
Right. Yeah. At this point in time, you need to cap it out. You need to get. 2 Kronvons
goes
can only
the-
hold for so long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this puts the pressure now on Decoy to really. Decoy can't trade. Decoy has to push. Because they have to get through the first line of tanks and then make it to the backside for resets.
They're trying to rotate in just a little bit deeper. All right.
No, with all
Ooh,
these
take
auto
down.
loaders, I mean,
Dino
Punish
went
goes on
down.
reload. They just swap out the loaders and go with the next set that's already ready to fire.
Yep, Marshall now reloaded. He now comes up. Decoy just can't do anything.
You can't get to the cap.
Can't get to the cap. Game over. Wow, Punish. Great job. So, here comes the push. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. They're going to rush to try to get the bat chat on. Kronvons just need to focus the... There it is. 1, 0. Quick
That's it.
cap. That's it.
Good strategy to get up there. Once they got the intel, good on getting 3 tanks on that cap, and you get the W any way you can. On the Decoy side with damage, iKarma, again, some great spotting. Enemies detected. He detected 8, so he lit up the whole group there. Put up just over 1,100 in damage. Only other big notable there was the Shah putting up 2,600 in the 5A, but that was not enough. The positioning by Punish, bringing the game to a 2-1 with the advantage to Decoy. And looking at the damage side over there, Gino in the AMX 50B putting up 1,500 in damage, getting off a pretty good clip. It looks like he was 4 for 4 in shots and pins. And the other 2 notables were the Kronvons, which pretty much held off all of Decoy, allowing that cap to get real down low in the clock. Warhawk putting in 2,400 damage. Nice game there. And Premium Spammer also putting in about 2,300, pinning 6 out of 7 shots fired. So good games out of the Kronvons.
Punish keeping it alive. Can they keep the streak going?
Yeah,
We're
they
gonna find
need
out
one
next.
more to take this to a tie match. But do you dare running 8 autoloaders again, or do you switch it up and throw
No,
something different at
I
'em?
wouldn't do that again.
Yeah, I think you get
That's
one
like a one
try
trick.
at- and
That's a
try
one trick
only
pony.
at that one. A one-trick pony.
Well, hell's the Kron's made you proud as you love to play the Kron.
Yep, that is my favorite tank. Glad to see him do some good. I mean, that was... Looked like Spammer and those guys got at least 3 reloads. That's really good for a Kronbot.
Yeah, they did a really nice job there.
And I mean, Decoy, it was just one of those. Unfortunately, they had 7 tanks. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then literally happened to push into all of that. Just APCR sucks too. Damn. I was worried about Punished. I thought that was going to be game. That their butt sides were in the wind. But Spammer getting that good vision off his Kronvon and able to get everybody. Oh crap. But yeah, that bat chat. Where did he go? Was that Delta 5 to get that look down the 5 line?
Yeah, what I was thinking is I thought he needed to poke out a little bit more, but he was able to show us that you could sit in those windows very safe in that burnt out building right there on the edge of that town square, and was able to light up everything down that 5-6 line. So that was a really nice little cheeky spot that iKarma got in.
Right.
I made a little mental note of that. Thank you.
Decoy ain't messing around this time. They're getting up all their tanks.
Yeah. It normally happens after the clock runs out on you.
Duck.
Duck is antagonizing the masses.
No, he's not antagonizing. He's just Duck's one of our resident WNFers. Anytime. Whenever we turn on, Duck tunes in.
Yeah, in 60 seconds. And Decoy's fully loaded and ready to go. We're still waiting on a few on the Punish side.
All right, so there we go. Legit, Elite, E4s, Metallica, Boss, IS-7s, Spammer, Vader, Machines, Waggles, Wahawk, 5As. This?
Yeah, coming over to the Decoy side, we got iKarma in the Bat Chat, Zoom and Tanker in the IS-7s, Machining by Monarch, Super Conqueror by Lord of Mowers, 50B Courers, and then double 5As with Vishon and Gus.
And let's go to battle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I suspect Decoy is loading the 12 gauges because they're not going to let that happen again.
No.
Well, what, they got the elephant loads ready to fire this time?
Yeah, they're not. They're not going to let that happen again.
No.
I haven't looked into the messages yet there, Ducko. Was it sent tonight? Alrighty. Wonder if the 50Bs of decoy are going to try to fly down the 3 line? Catch those E4s in
I
the rear?
would not be surprised if that was the move. I mean, I know I've done it, and I've seen a lot of teams do it before, so I wouldn't be surprised. They're definitely moving those 50Bs over, the 50Bs, the machine, and Bat Chat. This could be devastating if it's not dined out by Punish. And they sent nothing for intel.
They're going
one
blind.
way to avoid it is if you hug the A line and protect the butt of your tanks. And they're definitely doing that to some of the tanks. Looks like the slower tanks, like the E4s that they're trying to push up there with the machines. Let's see what happens here. But those 5As there, Waggles and Warhawk, could be in trouble. They have to. Spammer's lit, so Spammer should be telling everyone that coming up. Okay, Waggles and Warhawk are lit. Here comes the shots. Warhawk takes one. Waggles takes one.
Oh, do you push? Got to get over it. No one's lit up, so they're just blind. Don't stop. Oh my God, Vader, don't
Don't
stop.
stop and look, go.
Yeah, stop
Actually,
right.
Not bad. It could have been a lot worse. The
Right.
fact that Waggles took 2 shots, and I think the other 5A only took 1 shot that landed. Having 3 autoloaders on your butt. Now the question is, do you overmatch and push right into decoy on the top, knowing that you have 3 tanks basically on reload or out of the game right now?
Did they ever?
Yes,
Did they
the
spot up all
overmatch
3?
engage.
They know that there's 3 of them.
Oh, that's a good question. How much
Let's see.
intel was?
I didn't see them get lit up at all.
I didn't see all 3 get lit.
That's
like-
a great question.
When I was looking
No,
back,
you're right.
I didn't see anybody get lit up. It was just fire in the night.
Yeah, we know
It was like
more
blue
than,
tracers in the sky. I was like, it looked
Yeah.
like Battlefield.
Yeah, we know more than Punish knows, obviously, from our vantage point. And I like what Decoy has done with the Bat Chat. That's a great position, is having that Bat Chat sit out there on that 3 line, because it can farm the whole low side.
Now we're at a stalemate.
Like, yeah.
Here comes the E4 push.
Boss
Or-
got Imaract.
Only getting a track out of that E4. Oh, tracks getting. Everybody just bouncing on Zoom.
Oh, big fire on
Waggles on
Waggles.
fire.
Get it down.
Interesting that they're just letting the 5As and the Super Conks farm them.
And the 50B. And the machine in a minute.
Lack of a caller, definitely not helping Punished right now.
Trial by fire.
That's what this is. Chat gonna be coming up the rear here. Making sure no one can get away and try to get his clip off into Warhawk.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to take down the machine.
Karma pays for it, but he brought Elite down to a 1 shot, and Elite gets cleaned up there. Vader on reload right now. He's a 1 shot. I do not know if he'll get another shot off.
No.
Track.
Some good bounces. Never count out Vader. And he did
Yeah.
get one off.
Better scout.
There it is. Decoy wins this.
Tough one there.
3-1.
Tough one there. Yep. GG's to Decoy. Decoy did a really nice job tonight. A good strats, good rotations, good damage across the board. Looking over on the punish side, we see that Warhawk in his 5A putting up almost 1,600 in damage, blocking 700 with a kill. Pretty good game there. The machines for punish, premium spammer, pulled off just over 1,000, and Vader put it up over 2K, blocking almost 900 in his machine, and Elite in the E4 punching in with over 2,200 in damage, and not much else to speak of other than Metallica, who continues to just block a lot of damage, blocking 1,700 in his IS-7. That guy loves blocking damage in that thing. He does a good job. Over on the decoy side, iKarma in the bat chat, really nice play out of him on Himmelsdorf. I love to see great bat chat play on Himmelsdorf. It can be devastating, and iKarma showed you how to do it tonight. Great spotting on the last map. On this map, putting up almost 2K. Nice game out of him. And then we have a number of high damage dealers on the decoy side. In the 5A, Gus putting up almost 2,300 in damage. Pretty solid game. In his other 5A partner, Deshaun, who is running a light tank on Proc, shows it that he can put him in any tank, and he's pretty damn good. Put up over 3K in the 5A. Scooting down to the 50Bs. 50Bs with the 50B got 2 kills and 2,300 for cures. The Super Conqueror with almost 3,400 in damage, double kills by the Lord of Mowers. So a really nice game. And then finally Zoom down there at the bottom in the IS-7 with 2 kills, 2,500 in damage, and wow, 4K blocked. What a monster game blocking in the IS-7 tonight.
Right.
GG's to Decoy, and thanks for the Punish Boys for coming out and helping put on a good show.
Yes, sir. Thank you going out to both teams. Thank you for the great show. Next week, 10 p.m. slot still open. So if you would like to have your team go against White Wolves, 10 p.m. hit up Beaver or me, and we'll get you lined up into that slot. Cass, you have any closing thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
No, sir. It was some good battles tonight. Just doing what needs to be done. Trying to keep everything running smooth.
Hell yeah. Yes. Any final thoughts for you?
No, I just enjoyed all the games tonight. Super fun. It's always good and kind of refreshing to see encounter mode come back and see some of those old metas dusted off and tried out. And we just really appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight and will be watching us later on both Twitch and YouTube.
Oh yeah. Get those links out there for you. Thank you for everybody who's came out. You guys are always awesome for everybody coming out and watching tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Big Slice, Oddball, LaFloopy Duck, Beaver was out there, Legit was out there, Vader was out there. A lot of people coming out. Maid, Fawn, Chaos was out there talking. Lone Killer, Northern Guy. I had quite a people out there talking, so I want to say thank you. Thank you for all those who have resubscribed with their Twitch Prime. Thank you for very much there. Oddball coming in there with the 8-month streak. Militia coming in there with the 2-month streak. You guys are badass. Some of the best community. I know we can be a little toxic, we can be a little rough, but we still love each other. So everybody keep safe. We'll see you next week. We'll catch you on the flip side. Keep that shiny side up, boys and girls. Peace.